Another very, very, very remarkably significant legal event, I would indeed say, if this word can even be used, without a disgusting and amused smirk when it comes to not cognac, but cola when it comes to Russia, the Supreme Court of the Russian Federation has permitted the activities of the Taliban in Russia. Well, I would like to remind you that the Taliban is considered worldwide to be a monstrous nest of terrorism. But Russia is fraternizing with the Taliban, and this organization is no longer considered criminal. It has moved into the category of respected partners from whom there is something to learn. So now you can Taliban in Russia as well. But Russia, being itself a terrorist country organized on the principle of a very large gang, has always felt this way, this reverence for completely ruthless and shameless groups. Remember that. The Taliban in Afghanistan took machine guns and simply shot up a wedding. They killed indeed. Killed only 14 people, which by Taliban spiritual standards is not much. And the shooting was carried out for offending the feelings of believers, since their God in principle does not like music. His heavenly ears hurt from this music. But it was right, after this, that they were called well-behaved, sensible guys in Russia, and were invited to participate in a Russian celebration called the Year of the Family. Well, these well-behaved Taliban, they are truly complete savages who have only ever seen in their lives the backside of a donkey walking ahead of them on a mountain path. Their entire worldview is confined to this vision. We remember as soon as they entered an amusement park, either in Kabul or Kandahar, they sat on the carousels and children's rides with an unprecedented howl. And after riding for 3 hours spinning on the attractions and after vomiting, they decided that the feelings induced by the carousels were probably the very atheism that the mullah had been scaring them with since childhood. Therefore, they beheaded the park owner without anesthesia, of course. They burned the attractions to hell for a warm-up, shooting a couple of writers. Well, now, of course, the colossal experience of the Taliban must be assimilated and adapted to Russian standards, because Russian state terrorism must certainly be adorned with kokoshniks and painted in the Kokloma style. And apparently Putin will not stop at training, as there are still remnants of Al-Qaeda. There is also Hamas, there is Hezbollah, and the Russification of these organizations will be, let's say, just as justified and understandable as the kinship with the Taliban. Because, well, Russia's national idea is, sorry, you can't hide an awl in a sack, everyone already understands everything, is unpunished, pompous terrorism, well, on the scale of at least a hemisphere.